There are forests, and then there is Blackwood. It isn't a place, it's a shadow. A wound on the earth where light feels like an intruder and whispers cling to the mist like parasites. Legends say the forest doesn't just kill those who enter, it keeps them. Locals whisper of the Blackwood curse, an ancient tragedy soaked into its roots, twisting it into a labyrinth where time fractures and shadows move on their own. Children dare each other to touch its trees. Adults avoid it entirely. Some say you can hear crying at night from the tree line. Others claim the forest hums like it's breathing. No one goes in, no one comes out. But legends, of course, are irresistible. 4 friends stood at the cracked wooden sign marking Blackwood's edge. The forest loomed like a wall. Trees knotted together so thick they blocked out the moonlight. Ethan, the self-proclaimed leader, adjusted his camera and smirked. "All right, guys, this is it. The haunted forest nobody dares to enter. Tonight, we prove them wrong. First overnight exploration video. Watch us conquer Blackwood." Mia, his girlfriend, gave him a nervous glare. She was petite, with sharp green eyes, but her hands trembled as she held Ethan's arm. Curses, this doesn't feel right, all Ethan. Perfect clickbait. Look at it, it's like alive. Lucas, their tall, sarcastic friend, scoffed. Alive forests, curses, spirits, all perfect clickbait. He shouldered a heavy flashlight. And finally Grace, quiet, bookish, and skeptical, hugged her jacket tight. "Legends exist for a reason," she muttered. "People vanish here. Entire search parties." "Exactly," Ethan grinned, holding up a rusty lantern. Its glass was scratched, the brass handle worn thin. Authentic aesthetic. Found it at that creepy antique shop in town. The guy practically begged me not to buy it, which means it's perfect. The lantern flickered faintly even before he lit it, a pale glow swirling inside as though it held its own soul. Grace frowned. "That thing feels wrong." "Perfect for the video," Ethan said, and with that, they stepped past the sign. The second they entered, the air thickened. The forest smelled of damp earth and rotting leaves, but beneath it was something metallic, like dried blood. Fog wound around their ankles. The silence was unnatural. No crickets, no wind, just a heavy stillness. "This is unsettling," Lucas muttered, scanning the dark trunks. Mia clung to Ethan. "I feel like something's watching." "Just nerves," Ethan assured her, but even he felt it. The forest wasn't just quiet, it was listening. Hours passed. Paths twisted back on themselves. Trees looked identical, forming a maze. When they stopped to check their GPS, it showed only static. Compass needles spun in circles. "Great," Lucas muttered. "Technology hates us." Grace pointed at the lantern. Its glow seemed brighter than any normal flame, and the fog curled away from it as if in fear. "That's not normal light," she whispered. They camped in a clearing, their fire weak. The lantern became their lifeline, glowing steadily while shadows writhed at the tree line. At midnight, they heard it. Low and sweet. It came from everywhere at once, wrapping around them like a cold embrace. "Tell me that's a phone ringtone," Lucas muttered. "No phone sounds like that," Mia whispered, shaking. They grabbed their gear. The forest around them shifted. Trees seemed closer, shadows moving like predators circling prey. Then Ethan's lantern flared brightly, revealing shapes in the mist. Tall, gaunt figures with glowing red eyes, watching, waiting. "Run!" Ethan hissed. They sprinted blindly, guided only by the pale lantern light. The song grew louder, distorted, like a mother soothing a crying child from beyond the grave. After what felt like hours, they stumbled upon a rotting cabin deep in the woods. Its windows were shattered, door hanging off its hinges. Faded symbols were carved into the wood, runes of protection, long since cracked. "This is straight out of a horror movie," Lucas panted. "Shelter," Ethan said, shoving them inside. Inside, the cabin reeked of mildew and decay. Cobwebs draped the ceiling. A single rocking chair swayed in the corner, though there was no wind. Old journals littered a table, pages brittle with age. Grace picked one up. "They used to live here," she murmured, flipping through. "A family, It says they tried to leave, but the forest wouldn't let them. Mia's breathing quickened. What does that mean? Before Grace could answer, a scream split the silence outside. Lucas peered through a crack in the wall and froze. A shadow loomed outside, tall and spindly, its limbs bending unnaturally. Its glowing eyes locked on him. It lunged. The cabin door exploded inward as the creature charged, its limbs whipping like branches. Ethan swung the lantern at it, and the creature shrieked, recoiling from the pale light. The lantern's glow grew brighter, burning it like fire. "Run upstairs," Ethan shouted. They bolted up rickety stairs as the creature clawed at the walls. The lantern pulsed like a beating heart in Ethan's hand. "This thing hates the light," Lucas gasped. Grace clutched the journal. The family wrote, "The lantern was blessed. It's the only thing keeping us alive." In the attic, they found more carvings, symbols etched into the floor, forming a circle of protection. They lit candles they found in dusty drawers, placing the lantern in the center. Grace read aloud from the journal. "Greater than, the forest is cursed. A mother hanged here centuries ago for witchcraft. She cursed the land to keep her child's spirit from leaving. Now she guards it. Anyone who enters, stays." "The song," Mia whispered. "That's the mother, singing to her dead child." The humming returned, closer than ever. Shadows pressed against the windows, clawing at the circle's boundary. "We're trapped," Lucas whispered. "We're going to die here." "No," Ethan said firmly. "We fight our way out." They ran at dawn, lantern blazing like a miniature sun. The creatures shrieked and fell back, but the forest twisted around them, paths looping endlessly. Grace, flipping through the journal, whispered, "The curse binds the forest. Someone has to break it. Blood, a life freely given." They froze. "I'll do it," Ethan said quietly. Mia screamed, "No!" He smiled sadly, pressing the lantern into her hands. "Get them out. I started this." Before they could stop him, Ethan ran toward the creatures, lantern blazing. He swung it like a weapon, slamming it into the ground as the monsters closed in. The light erupted in a blinding flash. The forest screamed. When Mia opened her eyes, she was at the tree line. The sun was rising. Lucas and Grace lay beside her, bruised but alive. The forest behind them was silent, but Ethan was gone. The lantern lay cracked at her feet, its light extinguished. Mia sobbed, clutching it to her chest. The curse was broken. Blackwood was quiet. But some legends never die. That night, when Mia tried to sleep, she heard it again, a soft lullaby, and Ethan's voice whispering her name from the shadows.